Okay, you got the battery charging on the truck, so we're going to go ahead and run through setting up the alignment machine. Once it's already on, we went through that earlier. So this is our main screen. We got begin alignment, exit aligner. I'm going to come over here and hit begin alignment. It's going to take us to this screen. So on this screen, everything's listed over here as far as the kind of vehicles we can align with this. You can see there's a bunch of them. Last year reference, you could click on, go straight to it, but just to show you, we got car, light truck, truck tractor, one front, one rear, truck tractor, one front, two rear. So that's what we have. We're going to select that. Now it's going to show us an image of what our truck should look like. We got two drive axles over here, one steer axle. That's what we're looking for. We hit OK. Now it shows us where we put our sensors and the hologram it's going to make around it with the lasers. So that's all showing up on the screen. Means we're good. That's what we're looking for. If we had like an extra axle back here, then we selected the wrong thing. So it's just kind of a little deal to keep us on track. Hit OK. Now it's going to take us to our work order screen. Things in blue on this screen have to be filled out. So I know it's a little hard to see on this video, but last name, just going to throw something in there. First name, so we got Joe Tire here. His company's in blue, so we got to put that in there. Tire Services. Obviously you can put street, city, zip, all that stuff in here. It's not going to make you, but normally you would in the shop, so you have all that, the telephone numbers to contact the customer. When you get down to VIN number, the reason it's making us put a VIN is, one thing, it tracks it to that truck, but also it loads the factory specifications in here. When I first started doing this, you had a book, and we didn't have computers in these alignment machines, so you had to go in and like manually type every specification in. This will automatically do it, so I'm just going to put the VIN in here. Takes me a little bit one-handed. So I've got the VIN in. It's going to bounce me to that screen. I could select, since it's had that VIN in there before, but I want to hit cancel and go ahead and finish it. It's going to tell me it can't determine that VIN number, but license number, plate number. Okay. It's going to have a technician in here, so I need to put that mileage. Okay, year, make, and model. It won't let me put that in initially for some reason because it doesn't recognize it. So year 1992. That's picky. And 90. Okay. So here's our specifications database. Now when you look at all these, there's a lot of weird car names on here. DeLorean's on there, DeSoto. There's cars you've probably never heard of before. You're like, well, where's Freightliner? It should have been right in there, right? So if you go all the way down to the very bottom, these are all automotive things that this would do as well. Sunbeam, Smart, all kinds of things in here. We won't go all the way down to hit heavy duty vehicles at the bottom. Okay, now it's going to bring up all of our truck stuff. So we're going to hit Freightliner. Okay. We have a FLD. $112. So we have to hit the FLD Century Conventional 89 and up There's the 120, so when you hit OK. Now it's asking all these axle things. We've got a Rockwell Meritor axle. Ours is after 9/1/92, if I remember right. I have to look at the manufacture date on the axle. We're going to hit OK. And we have power assisted steering, not manual. Okay, here's where it becomes important with this. So it says no radar systems, VORAD, or other radar system. The radar system they're talking about is like a collision avoidance system that's on a lot of the trucks now. If it has that, you have to turn off your wireless if you're using a wireless and go to the manual sensors, because the wireless will deprogram the radar system that's on the truck for the collision avoidance, and then it'll have to all be reprogrammed. It'll cost your shop money. You probably won't have the stuff to reprogram it, so that's why it's asking you this, to be sure you turn it off if it has that on it. This truck doesn't have that on it, so we don't have to worry about it. We're automatically on there. If we selected VORAD or one of this other one, it would tell us to go in and turn the Wi-Fi off on the computer and use the cords to hook the sensors to the machine and not the wireless hookup. So we're no radar, we're good there. Okay, here's our specifications, but you see how there's no toe on here? So we see our camber 0, 0, 44, 44, 325. These are our specifications, tolerance. So we got a spec. So to explain what this means, a specification is what it really needs to be. A tolerance is a plus or minus. As long as we're within this, we're good, because we do a mass production vehicle, so we don't get everything perfect. It would take too long to build a vehicle. We get it close enough, so that's our tolerance. So we got 0 here. Our tolerance is 0.44 degrees, so as long as it's within 0.44 degrees, negative or positive of 0, we're good. If it's out of that, it'll show up. So 325 on caster, 175 is our tolerance. So if we go up here to the top, there's no toe on here. These boxes are empty because there is a reference diameter. Toe reference diameter must be entered. What that means is the height of the tire. The taller a tire is, then the longer it's going to be from the center of the tire to the front and the center of the tire to the back for a toe measurement. Automotive doesn't have this because they come out with one size tire. It's already in the specifications. Trucks can have different size wheels and tires, so we have to actually measure that. You just take a tape measure, basically measure the height of the tire from the ground to the top. On this truck, it is 41. Let's see, it was 41.5, so 41.5. Now that we've got that in there, now we have our toe specifications. Okay. So it has to know the height of the tire to be able to determine that spec, because a taller tire is going to have a little bit different specification. Okay. So now all of our specifications are going to be in there for our measurements. Okay. We'll pick up on the next video with the mounting sensors and continue from there.